The farmer who wrote to the moon? Chile. The Atacama Desert does not forgive easily. It is the driest place on Earth, a landscape of fractured stone and silence so vast it feels like a dream forgotten by time. Here, survival is an act of sheer will, and farming is an absurdity. Yet, in a small sheltered quebrada ravine, nestled against a wall of ochre rock, lived Lucia Rojas. Lucia's farm was small, a few stubborn rows of quinoa plants that fought the sun and the dust for every millimeter of growth. They were meager, brittle, and rarely yielded enough to fill a single sack. But Lucia kept planting year after year, driven by a hope that defied logic. Her true work, the work that nurtured the invisible, began only under the blanket of night. Once a month, when the colossal Atacama sky held the moon in its most magnificent, silent glory, Lucia would sit at her small wooden table. She would light a single candle and take out a sheet of thick, rough paper. These were not letters of request. They were letters of companionship. She wrote to the moon, her luminous listener, telling it about the quinoa seeds she had planted, the stubbornness of the wind, and the relentless dryness of the soil. She wrote about her grandmother's memory of a lush valley, and the dreams she had for the children who had never seen the desert green. When the letter was finished, she would fold it carefully, tie it with a piece of twine, and walk out into the field. Digging a small, neat hole, she would bury the letter alongside her small crops, just beneath the root line of the quinoa. When skeptical neighbors or rare travelers asked her why she performed this strange, silent ritual, Lucia would simply smile, her face etched with the same patient lines as the desert itself, and offer her quiet truth. Because hope, like seeds, grows better when someone's listening. Decades passed. Lucia grew old in the company of the moon and the tenacious quinoa. Her hope never wavered, even when the fields looked like nothing but dust. She never demanded rain, only reported her faith. Then, one autumn, something impossible happened. After 50 years, half a century of drought and dust, the atmosphere above the Atacama shifted. An immense, unexpected, and gentle rain began to fall. It didn't rage or flood, it simply fell, soaking into the grateful earth for 3 continuous days. When the sun finally reappeared, Lucia walked out to her fields. The soil, which had been gray and dead, was dark and receptive. Weeks later, the miracle truly began. Her small patch of quinoa and the entire valley that had lain dormant for generations responded to the forgotten gift. The Atacama Desert bloomed. It exploded in colors no one alive remembered. Yellows, purples, and shocking pinks covered the ground. Lucia's quinoa rose tall and strong, its seeds heavy and abundant. As she harvested the bounty, her feet stood upon ground that was finally, gloriously listening. She looked up at the moon even in the daytime, knowing that her silent, consistent dedication, not to magic, but to the simple, profound act of voicing hope, had finally met the patience of the desert.